This is Ted Drozdowski with the Premier Guitar. We're here on the floor of SNAMM 2016 in Nashville, and we're talking to Chaz Winzenreed from Michael Kelly Guitars, and they've got 5 new guitars, and Chaz is playing one of them right now, and he's going to tell us about this one.
Yeah, hi. This is the next phase of our mod shop that we launched last year. First of all, this is a beautiful 1950s guitar in Burl burst top finish with gold hardware. We introduced this particular guitar last year, but we ran it through the mod shop and included the Seymour Duncan quarter-pounder pickups, which have been longtime good sellers for Duncan. And we tried a few different pickups, and I love the sound of these. Real bouncy, full-sounding single coils. You can see, we included the Michael Kelly Bird's Eye Maple on the faceplate. And, this is the first time we've done a gold hardware on a 50 series, which I think was a must-do to complement this color. So this is the sample we're showing here at the show, and we expect to be shipping these in a month and a half or so.
Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Mod Shop program?
Okay, sure. Yeah, we've been making quality Korean-made instruments for years. And they come with, most of them come with our Rockville pickups, which we design, and we have them wound in our Korean factory. And they're great sounding, affordable pickups. But we wanted to give our customers an option to get, high-end USA-made pickups in our guitars and not have to worry about replacing them aftermarket. So that's the whole idea of the Mod Shop. So it began with a partnership with Lindy Fralin. Lindy's been fantastic. As well as its products. Then we've been installing bare knuckles pickups out of the UK and TV Jones out of Seattle, and we just started our mod shop affiliation with Seymour Duncan as well. And basically what it is, we take our stock Korean-made models and we upgrade the electronics here in the U.S. And so the customer has the option of getting the lesser expensive Korean pickups, or if they don't mind spending a few $100s more for upgrade electronics, we want to offer that as well.
So Chaz, why don't you let us hear all the different pickup settings on this guitar?
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I want to mention that we're doing in a lot of our models now, and all of our 50 series that typically have a 3-way switch, I've added a 4-way switch, which is a fairly common mod for these style guitars. We'll go through all 4, but basically you got the traditional 3, then the 4th position is both pickups in series, so they're kind of working together like a big humbucker. But frequency-wise, they're different because the coils are so far apart. So a pretty interesting, nice punchy sound. It's a way to get, again, a humbucker tone out of this style of guitar without having to route it out and put a humbucker. So we'll start with the 3 traditional settings. First of all, with the bridge pickup by itself. Now I'll go in the next position here, which is the neck and the bridge in parallel. Okay, and then the neck pickup by itself, and again the quarter pounders are nice and okay, now I'm going to go into the 4th position, which I'm going to grab a pick for this guy. This is more of a rock, made just nice and fat. Now keep in mind, this is a very clean amp we're going through, so the overdrive you're hearing is just from the extra output of these 2 pickups in series really hitting the front end.
And do all the guitars we're looking at today have similar options?
Excuse me, yes they do. That's one thing that not only in our mod shop we try to do on all of our models is come up with real creative wiring schemes to give our customers as many sound options as we can out of each pickup configuration.
And how much is this guitar?
This guitar sells for $699 normally, $799 mod shop. So.
Cool, thanks. Well, let's take a look at the others. So why don't you tell us about this guitar?
Okay, here's another new mod shop piece. The 1955 guitar has been our best-selling solid body electric for a few years now. And we did have a mod shop model last year that had the Fralins. And again, we wanted to expand our relationship this year with Seymour Duncan. So this is the Seymour Duncan Mod Shop 55. And I worked pretty hard with Blue and Karen at Seymour Duncan to find the right fit for this. And what we have here is the Duncan Stack Mag, which is a very interesting pickup. If you look closely, it's like two vintage Strat single coils with staggered pull pieces together in a humbucking configuration, which is nice, punchy, but clean sound. But of course, as with all Michael Kelly's, we coil split our humbuckers. And when you do that, you get a true Strat bridge single coil sound, which is fantastic. Three-way switch. And the neck pickup here is the Seymour Duncan Seymour-ized mini humbucker, which I've been told was designed by Seymour many years ago for like Firebird guitars.
It definitely has a mini humbucker look.
Right,
Classic.
yeah. And it's his favorite pickup, we've been told, and I see why. It's just a sweet neck pickup, bluesy sound, very versatile, and again, we coil split it as well.
Cool. And why don't you tell us about the body as well on this guitar, and the top?
Yeah, sure. The top is a quilt maple. We do also have a striped ebony version of this, which has been a very good seller. But this is the curly maple in our amber trans finish, very popular. It's got an ash body, maple board, maple neck, and this has a bird's eye faceplate on the headstock. And one other thing I'll mention, we use real wood binding, real flame maple binding, which is a nice feature you don't always see in guitars in this price point. At the $699 level, you really get a lot with this guitar.
And here's the Mod Shop 50 again, the Burl Burst.
Okay, yeah, here's the one that we played earlier. Again, just to point out a couple key features: beautiful Burl maple top, gold hardware, Duncan quarter pounders, maple neck. What we call our quad mod was that four-way switch that we spoke about earlier. And this guitar with the Mod Shop option actually sells for $699, which again is a great value considering everything you get.
Cool. And here we have another really classic-looking instrument, another T-style guitar.
Yeah, absolutely. Now this isn't part of our Mod Shop, but we've had a relationship with Fishman for years and years, primarily in our acoustic guitars. We've been using Fishman preamps. A couple years ago, we came out with a couple Evolution models, which is our 60s Evolution and our Patriot Evolution, which has the Fishman Fluence pickups in there, and they did really well. So we wanted to come out with a 50s model with using the same Fishman Fluence pickups, and if you haven't researched these pickups, you should really check them out. It's completely different technology. Rob over at Fishman was explaining it to me. Think of it like they don't have traditional windings like pickups. It's more like, consider it like the printed circuit board approach to pickups. So every pickup is very consistent and the tone is fantastic. It is an active system, so it's completely quiet. So anytime we get customers saying, yeah, I like single coils, but I don't like 6-cycle hum, fluorescent lights where I gig bother me, I always push them to this guitar. And it's a very vintage sounding piece, and it's versatile as well. You got this little button here in between the volume and tone. That changes from like a what they consider the black guard tone to the white guard tone. So one is classic sounding chimey. The other one's just got a little more push to it. But both of them are very good vintage sounding pieces. They're fantastic pickups. They do cost a little more than our other Mod Shop models, so that's the reason for the price point on this, which is $899. But again, considering, if you price out this Fishman setup, it's a really good bargain.
And do they all have medium jumbo frets?
Yes, yeah, we use medium jumbo and everything.
Cool.
So,
well, let's take a look at this guitar around the corner too. This one has a Duncan configuration again?
This is another Mod Shop 55, like the Trans Amber that we showed over there. This is our striped ebony top, which we've been offering for a few years now, and it has been our best seller hands down. As you know, ebony's been a fretboard wood for years and years. The black ebony is getting really hard to find. But we got our hands on some really gorgeous striped ebony, and we started using it as a veneer top. And as you can see, it's very unique looking, it's very eye-catching, every piece is different, so we get some batches in that are dark, some are light, some that are real wide grain like this, so it's very unique wood. So.
And what's the body wood on this guitar?
This one's ash as well. Yeah, we're using ash on a lot of our 55s, and we use alder on more of our vintage-inspired guitars, which is good.
And that one's $6.99 price tag?
This one's $6.99. Again, mod shop model with the Duncan Stack Mag and the Seymour Erised mini humbucker that we spoke about earlier.
Well, we've got one more to see too, right?
This is one I'm quite proud of, if I can be completely honest. I kind of put this together as a concept guitar for the Anaheim show, just to kind of throw it out, because Michael Kelly's never offered anything like this in the past. And it got a lot of interest from dealers. I've still got end users emailing me from Anaheim going, when can I buy one of these? So we thought, let's get serious about this and start offering it. What we have here is, as you may or may not know, our main factory is in Korea, and they do fantastic work. But I wanted to do a relic. This is what I'm into, old beat-up guitars, So I had the factory send us a bare body and a bare neck, and some hardware, what have you. And I have a friend of mine down in Miami that does the finish work for me. And this is shot with real nitrocellulose, and he does all the relicing down there on the body, and then he sends me, and we're out of Clearwater, Florida. He sends me the body and the neck, and I relic all the hardware and install some high-end USA electronics, and these are Freyland's, Lindy's, what he calls a stock telly set. And so there's a lot of USA assembly and finish work on this. At the heart of it, it's a Korean body, but a lot of heart and soul from the Michael Kelly team goes into this piece. And they're going to street at $12.95, which is on the high side for a Michael Kelly product. But if you compare it to other relics out there, I mean, it's pretty affordable.
And this has different tuners.
Right, yeah, these are the Wilkinson vintage Deluxe tuners, more of a vintage 5. But they hold their tune real well. I have one at home. I put 11s on it and beat on it quite often. I don't have tuning issues at all.
Do you want to show us the back too?
Yeah, absolutely. Show you the cool belt buckle wear. And let me tell you, the neck is very comfortable. It plays just like a old worn out neck that's been played for 20 years and in a smoky bar somewhere in Cleveland, So yeah, we're currently taking orders on these guitars. They're kind of made to order, and we have a few blocks down here just to show these are kind of concept colors. We want to kind of stay vintage inspired, with our color choices. Of course, those blocks don't have the nitro on it, and of course they're not relics, but we just wanted to give people some ideas of what we're going for color option wise. But if there's a color that you'd like on your relic that you don't see here, please ask. I mean, we can do any number of colors. So.
And the price on this guitar?
$12.95 is going to be the street price.
$12.95. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Chaz.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. For more on everything happening at Summer NAMM 2016, go to premierguitar.com, Summer NAMM 2016. We'll tell you about it.